Welcome and thank you for joining today's discussion of refreshing the financial investment of the mainframe. In today's discussion, we'll touch upon mainframe software licensing, operational expense versus capital expense, and then subscription licensing. We'll discuss the monthly reporting using the subcapacity reporting tool from IBM, the challenges that we experience with managing to a 4-hour rolling average, as well as the alternative considerations such as a Broadcom mainframe consumption licensing program. Mainframe software licensing can be broken down into 3 areas. Traditionally, the operational expense, OpEx. These are also known as monthly license charge products, which are leased software titles and programs such as the IBM ZOS and features of the operating system. The costs are based on the usage of the products. Capital expense, or CapEx, these are known as perpetual license products that have both a one-time license fee as well as yearly maintenance fee covering product support and upgrade functional releases. And then a newer license model that we've seen is a subscription licensing. This introduction of software licensing, which is similar to many of the cloud providers, that the software is leased on an annual basis and includes both license cost as well as support cost. The IBM Subcapacity Reporting Tool, also known as SCRT. It is a free IBM utility used by customers to report utilization for subcapacity licensing. The SCRT reports on 1 month of data at a time. Customers may already be using it to send IBM monthly SCRT reports. The SCRT is written in Java and can be run on ZOS, Windows, or Linux operating systems. The SCRT requires SMF records as input. SMF type 70, subtype 1, which are usually generated by RMF or a replacement such as BMC's CMF. SMF type 89, subtype 1, and subtype 2 records are also utilized. OEM vendors such as Broadcom supply JCL as part of their common services for ZOS stack. As an example, you can see within the SCRT report, it can now identify OEM or vendor-specific subproducts within the SCRT reporting. The 4-hour rolling average, as seen in this example in the N5 detailed LPAR data section, reflects 107 MSU for this particular month. As you can see, the contributing products that support this influence these peaks and valleys. As we've seen through either online or batch transactions, these peaks and valleys attribute to our monthly cost. The more we can manage to these peaks or reduce these peaks, the greater influence we have of reducing the cost for the organization. What we find over time that capacity planners and workload managers become very involved on a daily basis to influence or reduce these peaks and therefore providing a financial benefit back to the organization. However, this takes many man hours and there are alternatives that customers have been seeking. As an example, how do I move away from just managing or controlling the 4-hour rolling average? Alternatives such as the Broadcom Mainframe Consumption License Program provide customers with the ability to eliminate unnatural acts of workload deployment to manage an internal IT metric and architecture. It eliminates the disconnect between licensing models and consumption, MIPS on the floor, or rolling 4-hour average. It furthermore fully supports the IBM's tailor-fit pricing programs. It delivers value to the customers in such that the customer pays for the actual usage. It aligns to a spend to value and increases the transparency and consistency of licensing models across IBM and mainframe software vendors. Let's take a look at how we can set up and prepare for qualification of a mainframe consumption license metric. In step 1, we create a baseline from a minimum of 3 months to 12 months of historical SCRT reports. As you can see in this example, we average out and provide both high, low, and average of the MSU in 7 sections, which is the MSU per hour section within the SCRT report. In this example, we're highlighting 54 MSU as the high watermark that will be used for a baseline calculations. In step 2, we look at the consumption hours being annualized. We summarize the MSU hours for the production-only LPARs versus the total usage of the mainframe. No longer are test, dev, or sandbox environments a part of the monthly charges. In addition, workloads are not dependent on a single data center location. Workloads can move around data centers as needed. In this example, we've taken 54 MSU as the baseline, converting it over to an annualized MSU hour, and then total summarizing it over the total term of the contract. The key benefit to the customer is there's a price per excess MSU hour that is consumed, giving them the ability to better understand through acquisitions or through new workloads the cost of their mainframe workloads to the organization. So in step 3, we look at program flexibilities. Through the monthly reporting analysis that's provided to each customer, Broadcom has added the flexibility to overcome resource underutilization by rolling over unused MSUs to the next true-up period, similar to your cell phone plans that we're used to. Unused MSU hours roll over to the next period for the consumption within the contract term. Let's summarize the Broadcom Mainframe Consumption License Program. It provides the customer with flexibility, transparency, and predictability. Proactive way to contain and control software costs. It's based on the total ZOS production hours consumed and not by an individual product. Any unused production hours are rolled over to the next calendar year, and it eliminates the 4-hour rolling average and the need for capping on the mainframe workloads. It provides for unlimited test and development usage. You can run workloads when needed. Rollover hours are provided back in the next calendar year, and there's an annual true-up, providing the maximum flexibility for the mainframe customer. As we conclude today's session, we wanted to thank you for your attendance. To learn more about how we may assist you in ensuring that your mainframe financial investment is up to date, please reach out to your Mainline account executive directly, or go to our website at mainline.com/contact us to contact us with any questions.